this is Shannon. I am just going to do my first Pride mani of June. And I'm getting ready to put on You Can Do It. And this is, I didn't realize how sheer this set was, so I'm actually going to try to double it up. So we're going to start with doing that on my pinky. See, it's very sheer. All right, so when I layered it, I tested it out and layered it over a darker color, and I didn't like how it looked, so I'm going to just try doubling it. And hopefully that'll be enough to make it stand out a little bit. So as always, I have an idea in my head and I don't know if it'll actually work once I do it. So we will see. I got a little bump on that one. Oh well. All right. So it's Sunday and it is a cloudy day here in Minnesota. I'm taking my oldest daughter and my mom, and we're going to downtown to see the Broadway musical Moulin Rouge. So I'm super excited. I've heard lots of great things about it. We've been listening to the soundtrack a little bit, and it has like 70 songs from like popular music. It's they said 70 songs from the last like 100 years, so it should be interesting. I was trying to look up because that's crazy that we were like recognizing, it's just like some of them are only like a line or two from a song, or yeah, from like a modern day song, and it was kind of cool to find out that there was like 70 different songs they reference. And then I had no idea how they got the rights to all that, but you know, it is Broadway, so all right, it's not lined up perfect, but it's better. I do like the doubled layer. I don't know if you can see that with the glare, but it's just giving it a little bit more color. I wish it was a little less solid or less sheer, I guess, on this set. All right. I don't know if it matters if the rainbows line up or not, but it's better than the single layer. I like it. All right. I'm going to have to, my sets are getting a little too sticky, so we're going to pull some of these out. Some of my solids I'm going to let get warmed. All right. So I'm using a rice bag. Well, actually, I have a rice bag and a flax bag that they're kind of stuck between because some of my I didn't line that up perfect. It bugs me. Oh well, that happens. I use a rice bag and a flax bag just because I have both. I think the flax bag tends to hold the heat a little bit better. I use it on my sets that were opened before. It helps to kind of bring them back to life. So, but I have them both here because they, like I said, one cools off faster than the other. But I don't need it for, like, my You Can Do It is a brand new set. I'm just trying to smooth out the edges here and clean up the excess. I always get right at the edge, it's like not quite enough to, well, maybe that is a little bit enough to clean off. Sometimes it's just not quite enough to even clean up and it just kind of gets stuck, like tucked under. All right, so this one is going to be I'm going to do some black. So this is Midnight in Manhattan, the solid black strip that we have. And I'm also going to use Kissing Booth, which is a solid pinky red kind of color. It's like a hot pink, I guess. So if you have trouble with solids, one thing you want to do is gently pull the strip taut on the sides as you are applying it, and that's going to help a ton. It's not good. I have a couple nails. It's really weird because they're not all the same, but a couple nails that are curvy in two directions. So this one is a flatter one. But it makes it harder. Like this one curves in both directions. It curves more from the base of my nail to the tip, where this one's a little more flat. It makes the solids go on a lot easier. And solids just take a little bit of practice, but it definitely can be done. And here I'm using the anchor technique. If you noticed, I stick the strip back on the backing that it came on. You just have to make sure you use the glossy side that it was stuck to, because that other side is paper and you will not get it back off after you stick it on, because I have done that before as well. So as I stick down at the base, but then I pull gently before I push down on the sides. So that helps. If you can see that a little bit. And then I trim it off with my thumbnail and then just pick off the excess after I cut it. You can also file that. You just want to file it away from, like, I file underneath my nail. You can also file kind of in a downward motion. You just don't want to file up in the direction so the strip lifts. So I have a little bit of, this is what I'm talking about, where it's hard to clean up the excess when it's too, like, short. So I'll probably just leave that, and it'll, oh, right there, I got the little, all right, so I'm gonna do a little pink. I was trying to figure out what I had planned in my head here. And make sure that's still gonna work. I know. I think some people like plan their looks out on paper and stuff. I should do that. I've done that once with one where I created, I did a Cruella de Vil like inspired one after the new live action Cruella movie came out a couple years ago. But other than that, I don't plan like draw it out on paper. But you could if you're to get an idea of what it's going to look like. Because sometimes I do this and then I don't like it as I get going. So we'll see. All right. And then if you struggle too with saving that extra strip, the second half, you definitely don't have to get two nails done with one strip. I have done this enough that I can do that. Oh shoot, I got a little something underneath that nail. What is that? And it's not going to peel up because of darn it. It is definitely not going to peel up because of, I have, what's it called underneath it? Nail strengthener. We're just going to have a bump today on that hand because this hand is not my nail-fee hand, and I am going to put an overlay over this. So it's a glitter. I'm hoping it'll cover it up enough. That bugs me. I always get those little, what it is when I take the little excess off, sometimes it sticks. So you can see that it gets under the next strip. Well, that's annoying. I have well, it'll just be like that, I guess. All right, I am going to try to double this one up and line it up better than I did my pinky nail. But who knows? And they don't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to notice but me. Well, and you guys, because you're watching me and I pointed it out. But other than that, nobody will notice. Right? I do think we are definitely more critical of seeing, the imperfections in, well, I guess in general on ourselves, but when we do our manis that nobody would notice, or in real life. Oh wait, I'm gonna flip this. No, I'll do this. Again, I'm not exactly sure here how this is all gonna be at the end, but yeah, these really sheer strips are a little trickier because they're definitely sheer and they are pretty sticky today. Oh, so this is what I probably shouldn't do right here in the middle and clean that off because I'm getting the little excess pieces stuck to the other strips, which is, I believe, what's underneath that kissing booth strip. Oh well. Okay, let's try the second layer and see how it lines up. This strip is a little bit bigger than the one underneath, so that might help. Oops, almost put it under the wrong one. So this is the nail of mine that is more curved, so it's definitely a little harder to get to all the strip to lay flat. I get a lot more wrinkles and stuff because it curves this direction and, this direction, side to side and from base to tip. So, and the second part is sticking to my fingers. So let's see if I can do this without ruining it too much. It's very sticky. Where is this? I need to let these dry out a little bit because they're so sticky. My goodness. I just want to get enough so the rainbow's a little bit brighter. All right, I'm struggling with this one. It's so sticky. It's not going to smooth out as well either. Dang it. Like I said, they're not always perfect. This is so sticky that it was stretching when I was trying to put it on. So then I got some bubbles. All right, well that one might get a glitter overlay just because it has so many wrinkles in it. All right, that one didn't turn out that well. All right, we will save it with the overlay, I'm hoping. The worst part is sometimes even with your overlay, it won't be noticeable as much, like when you look at it, but you can feel the bump, and I don't like that. So that's okay. I have a lot of all right, I need to clean up all this stuff and actually get rid of it. All these little pieces that stick to my fingers are what I'm getting stuck under. Let me see. Did I get it all? All right, well, let me just see what I can clean up here. All right. Okay, sorry, here, I'm gonna try to get this. I can tell that little piece is gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna stick under my next one. All right, so my plan, I'll show you. My plan for my thumb is to do black, but I only have one of my thumb strips left in my Midnight in Manhattan. And I don't normally get both thumbs with one strip easily. Oh, of course that. But I cut my nails. I did trim my nails so they're as short as I can get them. So we will see how that works. Oh, that's gonna go there because definitely notice when I have nail strengthener on, once they get stuck or once they stick down to that nail strengthener, there's no coming back. So that is gonna be where it stays. All right, this is the last piece I have. So it will be what it will be too. And I just have enough, so that's perfect. It's only because I had to cut my nail. Oh, I did have extra, so probably wouldn't have had to cut them that short, but that's okay. All right, so now let's try to smooth this out, clean it up a little bit. As much as I don't keep solids usually just by themselves. I usually layer them with like a glitter overlay or a nail art or something. I do like this black, but I have plans for it. Gonna get a little bit fancy on a couple of these nails here. The hardest part is doing the thumbs and not using your thumb to clean it up. I don't know. So much excess of here. Okay. All right, this is just sticking. I might have warmed up the strips too much here. All right, the little bit of excess can come off later. Although, see, then I sit and do it because that's how I do it. All right, I'm going to add rainbows that I want to cut from the strips. So I haven't done this. I haven't practiced this, so we will see how it goes. It's always best to do it, in a video, but it's all right. Okay, let's see here. We got some blacks, extra stuff here. And that cut, I always have. Okay. All right, it is cleaned up enough. The rest of that can get cleaned up later. Okay. Let's make sure I'm not kind of ruining my tips while I use those. So what I want to do is cut out the rainbows. So I have a little, what is this called? Self-healing, like cutting mat. And then one thing you got to remember is taking the clear layer off, and I don't know if I should do this with an X-Acto knife or if I should do this with the scissors, but we're gonna go with the X-Acto knife for now. I think that should have cut through for the most part. So I just want, let's see how I want to do this. I don't know if I didn't intend for it just to be the tip. So let's see here. But it's really bigger than I really expected it to be. All right, so hold on. Do I want it to just be the tip? Oh, maybe I will do the tip since that's what it like matches the best. All right, so let's get my, all right, so I just like cut the rainbow out using the X-Acto knife, and then I use the tweezers to help take it off the back. And then, let's see how I can line this up. We're just gonna go with it like this. All right. So again, not exactly always sure what it's gonna end up looking like for sure, but it is good enough. I might have to trim a little. Huh, it's kind of fun. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out this other one. I didn't realize that the rainbows are, well, they're not really accurate rainbows, but they're not the same on the different strips. Oh, did I not cut this through, apparently? Where is it attached? Still there. Okay. Let's see if I can get that part off. All right. Let's try, oopsie, I have a puppy hair. I think I'm gonna line this one up. Oh, it cut off some of the colors. I don't think I can. I'm not gonna move it, because if I move it, it's going to stretch it too much. So that's okay. All right. So I have, oh, I can't even remember which, I think I have Wannabe out. I have a few left of those I was gonna throw, which is a pink glitter overlay that I wanted to put on some of these. So it's for sure going over the candy, not candy, kissing booth, and then I haven't decided. So these ones are gonna be a little trickier because they're like wavy. They're curvy. I can't really see the contrast between the yellow and this pale pink very well, but it's going to be good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, as much as I'd like it to be. All right, let's see if that cut through. It cut through mostly here. Catch that. I think it should work. It should have cut through the strip enough. All right, we're just gonna go across the thumb however it likes to lay down, because it's kind of gonna do its own thing here. There you go. That's gonna be how it is, because and then, all right. Isn't it Pink? Is it Pink Floyd that has a cover, an album cover with like a rainbow stripe across it? I think it's like a triangle in like black, and I don't know. I gotta look it up. Maybe it's not Pink Floyd. No, I don't remember. Somebody will probably know what I'm talking about. Possibly not. All right, let's see here if I can cut this one out. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm just gonna lay it down on this other thumb, and I don't think it needs to be symmetrical. Especially because I don't do nail fuse with both hands. I could, I guess, because of, I have a tripod to set that up with. Let's take this off first here. Yeah. And then let's take this. All right, and then here, how did maybe I will try to, I think I'll just, ooh, I probably should have done over the way that I did this one and gone diagonal. Oh, it's stuck to my finger. Okay. Oh, this one's going to be a little bit off. It's fine. All right. They are what they are. I didn't want it to be, doesn't need to be the same. And then let's see where we're going to add the glitter overlay. I should use this to pick this up so I don't have to use my nails. Look at that. Why don't I use that more? Okay. All right. I am going to try to get that off my fingers. All right. So, yeah, it's different. I wanted to go for something different, and I have all these, I believe this is Wannabe from the 80s collection last year, possibly. This year was 90s, last year was 80s. It's a very sheer pink glitter overlay, and I'm going to put it over this pink first, for sure, and I kind of want to do it over the black and rainbow, too, so I don't know. Let me think. Oh, yeah, these ones are a little drier. I should keep them under the... So when they get dried out, they get more stiff and a little thick. Like, they feel thicker and harder to use. And that's definitely the case with these ones. I have opened these several times. Oh, but look, it covers up the mistake of the that bump that was in there. So I'm gonna keep these under here until I decide what I'm doing. I should warm these up more. They're not that warm anymore. All right, I think I just want to do it. I'm gonna throw it on this one and do 2 glitter nails. Okay, I think maybe more. Let's see what it looks like on the black, because that'll break up all that solid black. So I might do it on the 2 black nails. I'll see what it looks like on the first. I only have my thumbnail strips left, so. And then this is it for this set. I don't think I have any left. Maybe the little pinkies or something. But that's okay, because I think Fancy Pants and Although it's not so fine. It's not this micro glitter. All right, it's okay. All right, oops. Here, this, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's line it up on the one side. So I only have to trim off that other side. Okay, so let's get this one. And trim this here. Maybe it was a mistake to cover that one. Maybe not. We'll see here if I can get this all cleaned up. I might clean this up after off camera here because it might take me a little bit. And I haven't done that one yet because I have a whole chunk of this strip overlapping. Sometimes you need to use the wrong size, and it's better to go big and clean up the excess than to not have it wide enough. I do notice it's a lot harder after you leave it for a while to scrape off because it starts to cure. Oh, where is that? All right, I am going to, let me look. I gotta analyze and see if I like it better with the glitter. I want to do it on the thumb. I kind of think I do because it kind of tames down the black on this because it's not so contrasty with the rest of the mani. So I am gonna go, not everybody's gonna agree, but I'm gonna go for it. All right, and then I have to go get ready for the show, so it's getting to be about that time. I know it covers it up, but I think I like that it's more subtle this way, not so bold with this stark black, especially with the really soft pink of the You Can Do It set. So I am going to do that and call it done once I clean it all up. So I hope everybody has a fabulous day or evening, depending on when you're watching this, I guess. I'm sure I probably won't get this up right away as I'm leaving. But this is my first Pride mani, or nod to Pride with the little rainbows. And then we in Minneapolis have the Pride event, the festival, at the end of this month. So I'm going to have to come up with what I want to wear for that. And we'll see how long I keep these on. So, ouch. Anyway, I poked myself too hard. These are hard to come off when they're so thick. All right. I will work on cleaning all this up. You guys take care. Have a great week. It's our last week of school, so this should be fun. And then we have a 4-day week, and then my kids are off for the summer. So this is how this has turned out. This is You Can Do It with, I think it's You Can Do It, or is it How Do You Hue? Hold on a second. I might have said the wrong name. Or wait, here. That's funny. It is it's You Can Do It. That's what I said. All right, You Can Do It. Midnight in Manhattan with just the rainbow part from You Can Do It with Wannabe over it. And then Kissing Booth. And then there you go. Oh, of course, I kind of ruined the tip of that one as I was using it. All right. So this is my first. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.